Alright, so in the last video that I shared here on my YouTube channel, I shared a name that is Elisa Vitti, and I really want to share more about who she is, what she does, why she might be of interest to you as well. So if you're on your menstrual cycle or if you're not on your menstrual cycle, either way, I recommend checking out her content, her information. She is a scientist. She shares information specifically about hormones and the female reproductive system and nutrition, which are things that I've personally been very interested in relation with my healing journey of my reproductive system. I've been more focused on what can I eat and how can I influence my body through the choices I'm making rather than medicine or medication. And she doesn't say that you shouldn't go to the doctors or that you shouldn't go to the gynecologist at all. She's very like science based, and from my perspective of her, and which I really enjoy, I really appreciate. She has a very like logical, rational perspective, very like factual. So, according to Elisa Vitti, we have, which I've already pre-ordered her book, and I'll leave a link in the description box so you can pre-order your book as well. I recommend searching her name here on YouTube, and you'll find more videos with her talking about her own stuff in a way that's way better than I ever could. I can only share what I've gathered so far. And the book is about being in the flow and in the flow of your own rhythm. So there's something called the Circadian. No, it's definitely not the Circadian rhythm. There's a rhythm that's like connected with the sun, right? Like the daily rhythm. Circadian rhythm. Okay. So what Google says, the most important thing that sets our circadian rhythm or sets our internal clock is our exposure to natural sunlight. In the past, we rose with the sun, ate during daylight hours, and we then rested and fasted when the sun set. It sets our internal clock to wake up. So what's different with women who are on their menstrual cycle is that we have something called the Infraredian Rhythm. I just saw a sticker. What's that in English? Eye sockets? Dragonfly. Yeah. So there's something called the Infraredian Rhythm that is relevant for women who are in the ages where you should be having your menstrual cycle, right? And what it is, it's like 4 phases, and it's approximately 28 days. So like the circadian rhythm is from sunrise to sunset, and then when it rises again, it sets again. The infradian rhythm is from when you have your ovulation, and then so there's let me just get my notes, okay, because this is new to me as well. I think I started learning about this week, or was it last week? I've heard about her before when I was looking more into different ways to heal my menstrual cycle, and I was more interested in Karen Hurd because she had more information about how to get into your cycle and how to nourish your body from that perspective. And then Elisa Vitti is more kind of in like the details of when you're in your menstrual period or menstrual cycle, and how to nourish your body in the best way with food, with exercise, with all areas of life. I absolutely recommend her mobile phone app. It's amazing. Yeah, so here I've written, so there's 4 phases of the infradian rhythm. There's the first, which is called the follicular phase. There's the second, which is called the ovulatory phase. Then there's the third phase, which is called the luteal phase. And then the fourth phase, which is the menstrual phase. And there's different like chemistry and biological stuff happening within you when you're in the different phases. So like the different hormones, different neural chemistry. So the follicular phase is very supportive and beneficial for initiation. So anything that has to do with doing something new, initiating, I would also say like creating, beginning anew, really. Sharing maybe new ideas, or being in a space where you allow yourself to create new ideas or try something new. And then you have the ovulatory phase, which is all about or it supports communication and collaboration. So yeah, she recommends having business meetings at this time, going out, being social at this time. And I would recommend, like, if you have a new idea and you download the app, or you're aware of yourself where in the phases you are, you can like look at, okay, now I'm like right in between the follicular phase and the ovulatory phase, which is initiation and communication and collaboration. So then you can share that new idea, initiation, on a day where you're moving into your ovulatory phase, so communicating and collaborating with that new idea. So that's how I would play with this. I absolutely love stuff like this. And the birds are flying south. Let me show you, because it's... And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Can you see them? They're like far over there. I don't know, you might not be able to see them. There's another group, another squad, okay. You're gonna have to believe me if you couldn't see it. So then the luteal phase is about completion. And then the fourth phase is the menstruational phase, which is about evaluation and resting. And I've gotten the book, or I've pre-ordered it, so then when I read, I'll be able to know more about what, like, all of the different phases are about. But as I said, you can find more information on YouTube if you research Elisa Vitti, and I can link my two favorite videos, because I have two favorite videos with her. One will be with the male interviewer and the other will be with the female interviewer. The one with the female interviewer, she didn't have her period for like 10 years. So I really recommend looking at that one if you're in that situation. And with the man, I think he's a great video for men to watch, to be able to kind of, I don't know, enjoy the video from like a male perspective, because we are equal, but we're different in many ways, you know? Individually, even woman to woman, we're equal but different in many ways. And I also have a lot of other things that I'm sharing that I'm really excited about. One of them is a complimentary personal reading on my Patreon right now. So if you go in on my Patreon, right now I have one tier, which is about my self-education. So it's about joining my self-educating journey, which is about self-awareness and self-love. So they're all tools that you can use for yourself, which is what I'm doing right here, right now. I have studied and learned about this new thing, and I'm coming here and I'm sharing it because I love to. I really do, because it empowers me. It enhances my experience, my life experience, and I love the opportunity and the ability to share that with other people, and the possibility that it might do the same for someone else, you know? So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to share today, and I hope you feel good today. I hope you enjoy yourself on this beautiful Sunday. You're loved, you're appreciated. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for showing your support. I greatly, greatly appreciate it and enjoy it. And I'll see you in the next one. It's just so empowering information. And also what she says hormonally with men is that men produce all the testosterone that they're going to have for the day during the night. So it's better for men to sleep earlier, or I would say probably with the sun. So when the sun sets, sleeping, and then as long as you're sleeping, you're producing testosterone. And then when you wake up, you have the highest peak of testosterone, which is why a lot of men have morning wood. And I think Elisa Vitti was saying that it's actually like it's a sign of health if you have morning wood in the morning. And then as the day progresses, your testosterone levels goes down, so which is why often men have like a pick-me-up in the middle of the day and then in the evening. So for men, it's best to do the things and schedule like what you want most energy for early, and then kind of bring it down during the day. But for women, you have this, or for women on your cycle, I don't know how it is other than that actually for women if when you're not on your cycle. That's that would be something I would want to talk with her about actually. We have this circadian rhythm, which I just recorded a video before this and I had no clue what the word was. I knew what it meant, but I didn't remember the word itself. I was like Arcadian, Cursadian. Don't stop till you get enough.